Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
How we doing, everybody? Your favorite faction is back. It is me, the Dean of Hate You, China, whoever you need me to be, back with another episode of Four Sides of the Ring. And first man I'm bringing back is the man who's here sometimes, 1 week, once a week, twice a week, maybe twice a month, twice in 6 months, the founder himself, Marcus Hernandez. How we doing here today, brother?
What's going on, my guy? I'm doing well.
Yeah, I saw you looking mad baffled. He was like, who is he talking about? And also, listen, the man from the West Coast, the man, the myth, the legend. Today, he is Mikey Margaritas. How we doing today, brother?
What's going on, good brothers? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood when I get to hang out with my Four Sides brothers, talk some wrestling, and maybe talk a little bit about some margaritas.
Shit, I always do love a good margarita. And here is the fourth side for tonight. I'm gonna be nice to him. After last week's episode, he called me cursing me out. He said I was a bad friend, a bad cousin. I was like, that's just not possible. Who loves you more than me, buddy? And then he still cursed me out. The wrestling guru, the self-proclaimed wrestling guru, your guru's guru, your favorite wrestling analyst, favorite analyst.
Okay.
Tino James Sanchez.
Okay.
Is that better?
I look, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I noticed I was gonna get introduced last, I'm like, this is gonna be a setup, folks. This is all a setup. This is Channel setting me up for failure. But I appreciate it. Good being with the boys again. Let's do it. Another week of wrestling. It's a lot to talk about, so let's do it.
Yeah, listen, it definitely is. I give Tino shit religiously. Tino knows if I'm ever nice to him for any apparent reason, I am in dire trouble.
There's a gun to his head. I should probably call 911.
1,000%. We're gonna start with our beginning segment where we start with all the time. We're gonna play the game is Where is the Zombie King? This Saturday, March 14th, the Fiesta nightclub. I feel like we've been promoting this for a month and a half, but it's finally happening this weekend.
You gotta sell those tickets.
Good promoter.
Yeah, we deserve a cut of this show. God damn it! ECW presents from Passaic the Fiesta nightclub at 115 President Street. Listen, we had a whole conversation with Ant this morning. He did not tell me what he was doing in this match, but he's wrestling. God damn it!
So that matters. Check him out.
That's all that matters. What else we got? We got ECPW Brawl at the Bohemian. Oh, that was last week. Hope he won that. I guess N is double booked because also Saturday, March 14th at 7 p.m. American Legion Post.
That's how you get your money.
Yeah,
listen, my man's is busy and winning.
He's out here grinding.
Night double header,
grinding.
Listen, he still hasn't told me what he's doing in this match either. But listen, the Zombie King's on these cards. Go see him.
Go see him. Check our boy out. Tell him the bad guy sent you.
Listen, I asked Ant all the time. I was like, bro, what are you doing in this match? Who are you wrestling? He was like, stop being a little bitch and promote my cards. I'm like, you got it. You ain't gonna hate nothing for me, big dog. And March 27th, ECPW, Live Pro Wrestling at the Hudson Catholic High School, 790 Bergen Avenue, Jersey City, New York. And I do know what Junior Flo is doing on his card. He's facing NIW. I don't know who that is, but you
Alpha
suck,
Junior.
Buddy. You suck.
You see my name down there?
Alpha Junior
Versus
Marcos. Well, listen, Marcus is in the match too.
Oh, there we go. You can check out Marcus.
All right.
NIW, if you're watching, you're not man enough to face our boys, the Zombie King. You're gonna get annihilated, decimated. Our boys go put you through the ringer for all 17 sides of the ring. We're gonna come out. We're gonna stretch you out on that table. We're gonna set that on fire, and the Zombie King is gonna hit you with his finisher move.
There you go.
And for his last match on the card, PWM. When is this? Saturday, March 21st. The night's gonna be the night that I will cry for you. Junior Flow versus Rulo. Listen, the Zombie King's gonna put that sad boy out of his misery. Listen,
That's a fact. Sad boy
at the Meadowlands YMCA 390 Murray Hill Parkway. He's probably a nice guy. But it doesn't matter. Because when the Zombie King's done with you, your family's not gonna recognize who you are.
Oh.
It's gonna be a domination.
Shout out to Chano, his upcoming advocate.
They live at somewhere in Vegas because I forgot the location off the top of my head.
Harrison Hotel Casino. Check our boy out.
Yes, sir. That's mad funny. I called Tino earlier. I was like, what's going on, buddy? How you feeling? You winning in Dylan? I went on like a whole 5-minute spiel because like, buddy, I gotta go back to work. I was like, but why? But why? I seen it said Marcus. Listen, he is. You want to see Marcus get put through a table because we put him through the table? He's gonna be there, brother.
I don't get put.
What if this is Zombie King actually found out he was double booked? Listen, he's not worried about that. You know why? After his match, I'm always in the Uber going to his next match. My man's just switching gear in the Uber, booty butt naked with the baby powder, so he doesn't get no chafing. You know what I mean? With the fresh, fresh booty butt, just winning and grinning out here. My man's just out here to put in pain, and it is fun to say at the YMCA.
Dog, I don't think his Uber rating's that great.
Cheap. It's also cheap.
I don't know.
It's 1.5 stars. Every single review after N is in your Uber is there's too much baby powder in my backseat. I don't know how it got there.
There's so much
baby powder and baby oil. It's a lot going on.
Listen, baby oil is wicked. Have you ever tried baby oil in leather pants? Crazy. I don't recommend it.
I heard.
I don't want to ask why or when you tried that, but that's another conversation.
Listen, you want to get into baby oil and wrestling pants? Let's get into it, brother. But you know what? We got a brand new segment that we started last week, and to give him the full attention, Tino, mark our calendars.
All right, guys. So.
My fault. I'm trying to figure out how to do you, buddy. I'm so sorry. It was me. Where are you?
You're good. Oh, now it's just me. Okay. Well, today on marking the calendar, bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. We're going back in history right now, going back to 1983, a steel cage match in Marcus's backyard in Greensboro Coliseum. Tag team match between Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood against Sergeant Slaughter and Don Kernoodle. All right, so those are some names that you may or may not know. Significant just because it was a stipulation match to where Ricky and Jay won the titles from Don and Sergeant Slaughter, having them to split up. Back in the days, obviously before our time, but back in the day, Sergeant Slaughter and Don being super big heels back in the day, going against a mega babyface team in Ricky and Jay. Ricky and Jay held the NWA Tag Team title, I believe, 5 times. And a lot of people credit that match for starting up Starrcade. So that's a pretty significance there. On a little bit of some lighter news, or just a little bit less significance. Well, not less than a little bit more recent, I should say. 2014 on this day on a Monday, Daniel Bryan for WWE Monday Night Raw. It was the start of the Yes Movement, forcing Triple H's hand to have a match with him at WrestleMania 30. Now, let's not get into too much on how the booking went with Daniel Bryan back in the day, because WrestleMania 31, he was not on that same level. I believe at that point he was wrestling for like the IC title. But that's today for marking the calendar. New segment here. Let me know what you guys think. Channel, I'm done. You could wrap me up.
Adam, boy, my boy is out here shining.
All right.
No,
winning and grinning. Listen, I'm proud of you, buddy. That was a good one.
I can't hear. I can't hear.
Oh, get out, come back.
I'll be back.
He'll be back. Here. He'll be back, brother. But listen, let's shout out to a brand new segment with our boys. Last week, it was a little nervous. I was a little bit of an a-hole laughing at him, but he also taught me the importance of how important that Paul Bearer.
We're back.
Paul Bearer and Paul Heyman were word of wrestling. So let's give it up to Tino, man. Let us know how we're doing. You still don't hear us?
I hear you. I'm good. What up, guys? All right. So thank you for that little bit of time.
He said, howdy. So
howdy, y'all.
But you know what doesn't work for me, brother? Cody Rhodes winning the WWE Championship off of Drew McIntyre off another Friday Night SmackDown, brother, to main event WrestleMania once again, brother. So we're gonna go into this because Cody Rhodes is now a 3-time WWE champion. I was scratching my throat.
Are you trying to do Hogan, brother? Are you trying to do?
I was.
That sounds like it.
You sound more like you smoke 3 packs a day than Hogan.
Not what Hulk Hogan was. 3 packs a day.
I don't know if he was taking darts down like that as much he was taking darts in his ass cheeks with steroids. But here, hey,
potato. Yeah, we don't judge.
Potato.
Listen, I do want to get into Cody because I know I got the president of the Cody Rhodes fan club here and Mikey Margarita.
Yeah.
The president of the fan club. And when I noticed, Mike hit me with the rock bottom off the top of the Link Stadium after WrestleMania when Cody won the shot. It's a blessing that I'm here still here today. Thank you. So Cody Rhodes is now a 3-time WWE champion. Listen, I think this is ludicrous. I get it. I truly do get it. But at the same time, enough is enough. Now, I want to go through Cody Rhodes' accomplishments since coming back to the WWE, and it is nuts.
Yeah.
He is a 1-time King of the Ring winner, 2-time Royal Rumble winner, 3-time WWE champion, and 3 WrestleMania main events.
Jeez.
Tag champ too.
And it's tag team champion.
Oh yeah, he did.
And he has yet to be pinned clean. If that is not an accomplishment on it, not even an accomplishment, it's nuts.
Okay.
If this was any other wrestler, if this was Jey Uso, people would have lost their goddamn mind.
It was Jey Uso last year. I don't know what you're talking about. That was
but if Jey Uso also won King of the Ring, another Royal Rumble with 2 more World Championships, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It would have been nuts.
What's wrong with that?
What do you, everything is wrong with it.
You need a guy. There's a vacuum in the top spot. They said, Cody, here's the keys. Take us to the promised land. And Cody's been doing that since he's come back.
And you know what my keys are in? My car to leave SmackDown.
I'm going to SmackDown tomorrow. So
I'm sure you are. They're gonna have a grand old fucking time.
Listen, you act like it's like I'm like the Cody, this Cody president fan club nonsense is crazy because
Mike,
I am a fan of Cody Rhodes, but at the same time, do I think that he's had a lot in these last 2 years? Absolutely. Do I feel that at this point they should have just had Cody keep the title all the way till WrestleMania and unfortunately have Drew once again come short on his quest? Yeah, I do think it should have always been from the get-go, Cody versus Randy, but at the same time, they want Cody to be the face of this company. There's no more John Cena. It is Cody Rhodes. And I said this years ago, that they were going to have Cody be put in this position and be the face of the company and project him to the forefront, have him win everything, be everywhere, do everything, be the be the guy, the QB1. And I said this exact reaction would happen. It was the same thing that happened with Cena back in the day. Cena sucks. We love Cena. It's the same thing that's going to happen to Cody naturally, and it's starting to happen. So that's just what happens when you're the top guy in the company. It's unfortunate, but in 5-10 years time, everyone will look back on this and be like, damn, give Cody his flowers, just like they did Cena. Maybe not as many flowers as John Cena, of course, right? John Cena's in a different category altogether. But when we look back on Cody's career in 5-10 years, when Cody's not doing it anymore, we'll all say the same things we said about Cena. Damn, it was fun to root against him, but he was still the guy that carried this company through these last 5, 10, 15 years or whatever that timeline is. He says 50 years old. So we got about 6 more years left.
Too many years left. What are your thoughts on Cody?
So I will say, I agree with Mike. I am probably I'm part of the group that kind of sides of the Cody fatigue. But in the same breath, kind of to what Mike was saying, it's one of those things where even in other sports where I'm trying to learn to appreciate what the product that I'm viewing currently. Because even like Cena isn't that far back, but you could just go back a couple years ago with Roman. When Roman had the title, a lot of people were saying Roman has the title for too long. He's not defending the title. When he does win, it's never clean. And now we're kind of looking back, like, at least for me, shit, I think I want Roman with the championship again. But that's just what I think it is in when it comes down to just sports in general. Just you kind of get the fatigue, but I think you should just enjoy the product. Because like Mike said, once it's all said and done for Cody, Roman, all these guys that we're currently watching, we're gonna be like, shit, these new guys that we're watching are great, but kind of miss Cody. So I'm in agreement with Mike. Is it too much? Yes, they should have kept the title on Cody. But I'm not too mad at it just because to me, you kind of keep Drew relevant, getting him another actual title run. This is sort of a transition. It was a transitional title, but at least it was longer than his previous run. And now you kind of build up Jacob Fatu if they go up that route, it's just him kind of costing that. So that's kind of my thoughts on it.
Marcus, before I get to your thoughts on it, I do want to input this, especially to Tino and Mike. Tanner, you just said he had a longer run. He had a longer run with one title defense. You know what I mean? He went from 7 minutes to 58 days.
Yeah.
I think it would have been so much a better look if they dropped it initially. Listen, if all this is speculation, right? If the reports were true and Cody would have lost the championship at WrestlePalooza, that would have been a great look. You know what I mean? Because then Drew has about 100-ish kind of days and multiple title defenses as the champion. I hated the absolute build to this, right? If the plan was always Cody winning back the strap, why is Drew McIntyre sabotaging him at every single step? You know what I mean? This whole entire thing was just messy and sloppy. I have Cody fatigue because I don't hit. My biggest thing is they haven't run an actual program with Cody that doesn't really involve the championship. It was Seth Rollins, the shenanigans there. Cody missed time. Finish a story. WrestleMania happened, lost. Lesnar assaulted the man. You know what I mean? They had the little thing, but that wasn't even a program. Cody was just baffled. He's like, "Why did you attack me?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Why did you attack me and go on there? And then, he does a little side missions. He has a whole bunch of one-off matches. No real program. Basically, BS filler into the next Mania, beat Roman for the championship, and then he won his first championship program, which was, in hindsight, a good program. His first year as champion, his first 10 months of champion was a really good run.
Yeah.
He had really good matches, right? But the second run, after he beat Cena at SummerSlam, it wasn't great. You know what I mean?
It was a little lackluster.
And you know why that was? And 100% why that wasn't that great was because they didn't have anything panned out. The Cena Cody thing ended up getting fucked because of the Travis Scott Rock bullshit. They had a scramble with 6 weeks left on this tour, on this retirement tour. They have to scramble around, rework the entire story. You end up having to run back Cody and Cena. Obviously, Cody gets the title, and then Cena and Dominic have their moment because you're now scrambling because I don't think the original plan was to have Cena win the IC belt. I think that was a scramble plan when they realized, fuck, we are so screwed on this tour thanks to The Rock and Travis Scott and this stupid story that we started that we just, for a retirement tour, that now we are completely way behind the 8 ball now. So here we go. Now we have to rush through this. They don't think about where Cody goes with the title, and they go, who's the only bad guy on SmackDown right now? Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, and
that was the problem that we talked about last year at the tail end of Cody's first title run, was the fact that they weren't building any other fucking heels. That was the problem. You don't have any other fucking heels viable right now on SmackDown except Drew McIntyre that has star power. They haven't built anyone. You can't blame the guy.
Marcus, what is your take on all of this? Hearing all of our opinions, how do you feel about Cody with the championship for the third time since he's been back?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. For me, it's like, was anybody really complaining about Drew being champion? I don't think so.
No.
Nobody
It was much well deserved.
Being champion, right? It was much well deserved.
It was well deserved.
You know what I mean? He did, and plus, like, well deserved. He did his thing for Damian Priest. We all saw it coming, but it was perfect. And Damian Priest deserved that moment, and he gave it to Damian Priest, right? So we're doing this for what reasons? Because our most popular show of the year is possibly failing behind scenes. I don't know, but why are we rewarding Cody Rhodes and disappointing guys like Drew McIntyre? Drew McIntyre could put anybody over. Especially if your idea is for Randy Orton to lose at Mania, why can't Drew beat Randy at Mania? If you're not going to give these guys trust the way you gave Cody trust, the way you gave Roman trust, then how do you expect these guys to succeed anywhere else besides mid-card?
And that's a very fair point because Drew has put a lot of people over in his heel run. He had CM Punk's when Seth was out. He had the first real feud with CM Punk, and they had that good feud culminated in the Hell in a Cell. He put Punk over. He had the feud with Damian Priest. He put Priest over, and now he had this little. I remember Drew McIntyre, like a year and a half ago, he was one of the only people to actually pin Cody in a one-on-one match. Whether or not there was interference or not, he was the only guy. So we've had this feud, like, oh my God, this feud is going to be great. But the chemistry wasn't great. And the matches just looked off. But Drew is great guy, great team guy, putting the guys over. It doesn't matter what championship it is or who he goes over. I want to see Drew with a nice 6-month reign. It doesn't have to be nothing spicy, nothing crazy. I just want to see bad guys wrestle. And that's ultimately my issue with the Cody thing is because my biggest fear with this Cody situation is that Cody's gonna retain. Money in the Bank is gonna happen. They're gonna cash in on Cody. Cody's gonna win. Let me get through my biggest fears before you judge my insecurities, sir. My biggest fear is that Cody's gonna lose the belt to Money in the Bank, and then Cody's gonna win it back 2 pay-per-views later. And he's gonna be a 4-time champion. You know what I mean?
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, and then he's gonna lose the championship somehow again, and then be the champion again by December. And no, with a 5-time championship reign. I think
Tano has a trophy of Cody Rhodes in his room or something.
He has to. Bro.
He's like Helga. He talks shit about Cody outside, but then when he gets home, his whole wall is full of Cody Rhodes. He's like, yeah, you're my champion. You're my guy.
Tino and Mike FaceTime every night before.
No. So here's my thing. Like like I said when I'm not the biggest Cody guy. I'm not the biggest Cody guy. But much to Marcus's point, like I just think it makes more sense. Like I'm in agreement. Like I do wish Drew had a longer run. But since we all hear WrestleMania is failing, at least ticket wise and all that, sales wise and all that stuff, the Cody and Randy story makes more sense. At least again, story wise, we could go back to when Cody first started with Randy, and depending on how they maneuver this in the next 6 weeks, we all been flirting with the idea of Cody going heel for some time now. But what if Randy just goes on full heel and tries to expose Cody? You get Randy itching closer to history himself, going into being a 15-time champion. I said it a couple weeks ago that I wanted a singles match with Cody and Randy. I personally think that could sell tickets. I think you could give Randy that spotlight. You could give in WrestleMania.
But that's too easy, and that's why they're doing it. You know why? Because they don't know how to write a story for Drew McIntyre going into Mania. So you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna give us some nostalgia match that they think we want to see, and we're gonna watch Cody cry 12 times, and they're just gonna go into the archive and pull random old promos of them together, of them just being in legacy and them seeing each other.
I think it'll be because again, WWE is storytelling, right? And now they go back in their history, whether if that's in their own history or not. And I think that's what would sell.
How can we move on and be a better wrestling, be a better tomorrow, be a better future, be TKO of wrestling if we keep doing the exact same things Vince McMahon would have done 5 years ago?
And that's the thing. Mike,
it doesn't matter who the booker is.
It's
doesn't
easy.
matter who Booker is. That's a match you have to make.
You made a guy drop a title because you want this dude to be at Mania, not him.
That's on their fucked up booking for not thinking this fully
no sense
through
because
6 months ago.
they feel like people want to see Cody Rhodes.
I feel like this. I think this is more for Randy than Cody because I think Randy doesn't have as long as a timetable as Drew does. At least in like the main event spotlight or to continue winning championships. I think we're kind of seeing a last little run of Randy. Let's see Randy. It's closer to his own history. Maybe he breaks Cena's record. I mean, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
And again, more for Randy than for Cody. Again, I do have the Cody fatigue, but I just want to see more Randy have at least one or two more final runs as that guy.
Randy
will
win at WrestleMania.
What is his obsession with Randy winning titles? What is going on?
But this is
he's gonna get to 16.
Crazy. This is why Phil is champion right now.
No, bro. This is
tiny, champion, and he's the best champion in the company.
Ooh. That's crazy. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that later because
how am I lying?
That's nuts.
Dominic Mysterio is world champion. He has a title.
He's world champion. Shout out my boy Dom. Listen, Tyne will be going to nightmare rallies with Mike.
I genuinely don't understand. Like, okay, so I love Drew, and I was so happy he won the title. Right. At the end of the day, Drew McIntyre has a different path for WrestleMania. Circumstance be damned. Cody and Randy was the match for this year's WrestleMania. They set it up a fucking year ago. They abandoned it. They left it in your faces. We know the history. We have to get it at least once in the time that we have left with Randy and his career. He's not here forever. Okay. So you're going to get that. The mentor versus the mentee, legacy, WrestleMania match. It's going to be beautiful. The video packages are going to be spectacular. Marcus is going to hate every second of it. Fans will love it. Some will hate it. Marcus is the hating variety.
I'm not saying
at the end of the day, it has to happen. It has to happen. I feel for Drew McIntyre. The people that you should be directing.
There's still time for Drew.
Vitriol towards is creative for not recognizing that from the get-go, the match that you should have made from months ago was Cody and Randy, and it should have, and it's that was your match. You knew you were doing that. Shoot.
Does it have to be for the title?
It didn't have to be.
So then Drew does not have to drop the title.
It didn't have to be for the
Drew
title.
You can still do the story where Cody and Randy are trying to get on. Well, then it's like, you know
that's what's gonna spur the change that we're gonna see in Randy at WrestleMania. Randy's gonna punt kick fucking Cody.
Yes, I'm all for the heel turn for Randy.
Cody is gonna do the same thing that he did at Mania against Cena. He's gonna hesitate against a legend, a friend, especially with Randy. Randy's gonna take advantage of it because he's a Viper. He's gonna punt kick Cody. He's gonna win 15 at Mania.
Randy doesn't need no 15.
And then Dom will win Money in the Bank and cash in on Randy.
He doesn't need no 15 to secure no legacy, no nothing. Randy's already a walking Hall of Famer. That man is a first ballot the day he retired.
Give him 15 then. Give him 15.
He doesn't need it. To solidify what? What does he need that for?
He
could still lose and go heel on Cody without winning the title.
What I would think is too, if you maybe want to save it, just kind of came to mind. Again, we've been flirting with the idea for a few months now of Cody going heel. Maybe instead of Cody hesitating, he goes on full heel. Maybe WWE pulls that trigger. Again, I don't think so. But if they pull, because Randy is university loves. So how do you get who's the face in that match? So if you turn Cody, he let's beats the shit out of Randy. Maybe now the crowd kind of turns against Cody. We've been hearing some boos on SmackDown whenever Cody comes out.
That's just fatigue.
That's just natural. That's just the John Cena boos. That's
fatigue. That's me. Listen, Cody can't go heel because kids want to be him.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Kids love Cody Rhodes.
But again, I'm just depending on again how the creative books at these next few weeks. One of them, obviously, I think are going to go heel. Who that is, maybe obviously Randy. But if you cook something up and maybe you make Cody heel. Maybe the kids don't care. They still buy the merch. He's just, he's a blonde guy beating the shit out of everyone. I don't know.
But after that thought,
Cody in this era doesn't work. It doesn't work.
But
I do agree, though. I do agree.
We will be going to commercial break, and we'll be see you back in less than a minute.
Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, and every promo is celebrated in fashion. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling, we've got the latest gear to elevate your wrestling wardrobe. Show off your passion for the squared circle. It's not just clothing, it's a lifestyle. Come shop with us and unleash your inner champion at foursidesofthering.com. That's foursidesofthering.com.
And we are back. Hopefully,
love that intro.
We're
intro.
Cooler heads. I will say this: the idea
it's
of
not personally. I don't know why we're all taking it personally. It's not.
No, I don't think we are.
Mike, you missed that
either. No, Mike, you missed the episode when me and Marcus was cursing each other out for 45 minutes talking about Daniel Bryan and Christian Cage. It's an episode that never aired. Me and Marcus, I was at work on the roof. We were yelling at each other for 45 minutes.
Jeez,
you're talking about
you should release that
TNT Championship more.
We were going neck to neck. We went neck to neck, and the episode actually never dropped.
Shut up, Nick Ram. Not at all. No, I never. I thought it. I mean, Marcus was getting hot there for a second. I was like,
no. This isn't Marcus. No, this isn't Marcus Hot. Marcus Hot was Daniel Bryan and Christian Cage to the point where he told me a couple of days later he was like, "Yeah, my wife was like, yo, why were you yelling?"
My wife was like, you can't be y'all can't be doing the podcast if y'all gonna be talking to each other like that. And I was just like, I had to go back and listen to it. I was like, damn. And I think that exact same pay-per-view, I watched that match and I was like, fuck, Chano's right. Next week, apologize.
Real talk, though, Martin's comment is accurate though. That comment before the texted comment. That comment is the accurate comment. That's exactly
Cody not going heel anytime soon because the dynamic wouldn't be balanced. There's no Conor babyface for Cody Rhodes American Nightmare.
Yeah, there is.
And that is fair.
Drew McIntyre goes blonde.
Shut the fuck up. That fool would look like fucking Scottish Seth Rollins, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Big ass listen,
bro. They barely have heel counterparts for babyface Cody Rhodes. You think they're gonna manifest?
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. That's been the root cause of everything that I have been preaching to literally the void for the entirety of the Cody Rhodes last 3 title runs.
You know what's the problem with it?
Fucking heels.
You know what's the problem with that?
Heels.
He's on the wrong show. There's more heels on Raw.
Thank you. For fuck's sake, thank you.
They should have
been on Raw. Yeah. Should have been on Raw last year. They should have put him on Raw last year.
Everyone has a side. That's why this is great. You're not agreeing with each other because his ass. Oh, you don't see what we doing after the show. We be like, good. I give you like 2 cards with points and on the sides that we're gonna argue about. The only wild card is Tino. Is he gonna wear a collar shirt or not? If his shirt has buttons, that is the only issue that
the first time we went live with Mike, he had a collar shirt. I was like, shit, I thought I started a thing.
I fucking come over right after work and I come on the internet with you fucking schmucks and we go right into
business. Well, look, I purposely go in my closet and put on a collar shirt to look nice for the people. All right, so
ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Do you press it, pleat it, crease it, nice and tight with the lines and everything?
Bro, he does.
I do.
God bless.
I can't lie.
I'm like, you want to go over tonight's episode? He's like, I can't, bro. I'm ironing my shirt right now. It gotta be pressed and clean. I'm like,
no wrinkles, man. This is for the millions and millions of people watching at home.
Listen,
quick 5-minute iron. Quick 5-minute iron. He got it.
You know what
I mean? No, but listen, this was fun. Obviously, I'm not a big Cody Rhodes guy. I like Cody without the strap because I want to see the dynamic. I believe and also brought up the Cody thing because Cody was on a podcast this week and he said somebody called him the Golden Boy and that made him happy.
I didn't see
he
that.
Said he feels like he's running laps around other top guys in the company, and he said he feels like he's running laps around who he deems as his biggest competition, which I can only assume is Roman. Which I can only assume is Roman Reigns because who else is? Who else is he talking about?
Why he lines himself?
And it's crazy to me. Listen, do I think Cody Rhodes is the golden boy? Of course I do. You know what I mean? He is the golden child. He is he who was promised. He is the Song of Ice and Fire. You know what I mean? He is Aegon Targaryen. He is Aegon Targaryen.
The rightful king.
I mean, absolutely. I think he deserves it. I think he's earned it.
It's not about, to me, it's not about earning, right? Do I think he's a great guy and worked his ass off and is beloved by millions of people? Of course I do. You know what I mean? He deserves all the success in his career, but especially in something that is wrestling, that is performance theater, you know, performance combat, and everything is storyline and thing like that. You know what I mean? There's ways to go. If this was like MMA, you know what I mean, where we actually going, like, we're going for headshots and body blows. You know what I mean? And my man's just putting in work. I'm like, yo, that's a dangerous man. You know what I mean? But this is all storyline, creative, and then, you know, perform theater art. You know what I mean? And I'm not downplaying at all, because we all love wrestling. But things like this, where you have more leeway for creative control and stuff, I feel like, to me, all I want, honestly, Mike, you know what all I want from Cody Rhodes?
Hits and losses.
Put this on the mat clean. I don't want to see a Cody Rhodes loss that's questionable. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
Cody would have had that guy if he didn't get smucked over by A, B, and C and D. You know, I'm tired of having these conversations. I want to see Cody lose clean. Once Cody Rhodes loses clean, if Randy Orton beats Cody Rhodes clean, you won't hear a peep out of me. I got exactly what I wanted. It's the fact they're still protecting him, and he's 45 years old. Why are we protecting this 45-year-old?
The ageist. Give me out. That's really the core fundamental.
He's been holding it for a couple weeks. He has.
Right. Give me a story that doesn't revolve around his father training one of the guys that he's wrestling, or how they feel like. Give me something where
I'm not. That's the thing.
Give me
I'm
something
not
out of the box.
disagreeing with any of this. I think creative is lazy. I think genuinely this all comes back to the creative standpoint from WWE. I think they're fucking lazy. I genuinely think that when Cody won the strap and everything took place, and he had that weird timeline where he wasn't doing much in, what was that, 2023 on the way to LA Mania, you know, there was the whole thing. I had a lot of different theories as to what was going to happen with Cody, like who he was going to face, and a lot of plans changed on that route. I think genuinely the core problem for Cody is they go to what is easy. They keep doing what got them to the dance with the Roman story. It works for the Roman story. It works for the story, the finish the story stuff. Then they followed it up with, like you said, oh, your father trained this guy in the fucking NXT, and your dad and Drew invoking his father during this timeline, and, you know, the Cody tears and everything happening. I think that's always been the problem for them, is the creative is lazy across the board. They're so fucking lazy. They don't care, and TKO doesn't care about the creative. They only care about the dollars and cents at the end of the day. And that's it. That's it. That's the period at the end of the fucking sentence. That's where we're at. That's why alternatives like AEW and Ring of Honor and I guess you could say asterisk as to TNA, but that's why those alternatives are important, because we get to an era right now where it becomes more about the money than it does become about the fan experience and the product that's out there.
Well, talking about like TKO and the money, bro. True. Talking about TKO and the money, and just talking about Rick 8-Bit gave us a good analogy earlier today, and I'm gonna use it. So secretly on the low, they haven't promoted it yet, but WWE WrestleMania prices have dropped significantly. According to a good friend Rick 8-Bit, I would love to plug it, brother, but I don't know if you feel comfortable or not, so I'm not. On average, WrestleMania getting price for 2 days have gone from a Grand Highlander lease around $800 to now about $350. The lease of a Toyota Corolla. So listen, tickets have dropped, and they have been dropping slowly. So I do believe for TKO, this is more about dollar and cents, which is why I believe Roman and Phil was announced so early, way before the Elimination Chamber, because they had to get some intrigue to what people were going to go, especially on what they were going to do. You know what I mean? Rick, I would actually need the dealership name for that, brother, for that to work. But yes, once Rick gives me the name of the dealership, I will definitely plug it for him. But yeah, text this is inside. Text it to me. Text it to me, brother. So, and that is definitely a reason why these matches are happening, and these matches are getting pre-announced. You know what I mean? Randy versus what's his name? Cody. Randy versus Cody. This is a slam dunk of a matchup because this is a match a lot of people want. Whatever reason they want to see a 47-year-old Randy Orton go, I don't know. But I will say what Randy Orton scoop slam is still the cleanest in the business. I don't care what nobody says. It is. Oh, it's a chef kiss. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Cody doesn't, and I gag because it's not a.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for real.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Yeah. But Randy's,
Randy's is clean. Eddie had a good one. Randy has a great one. That move is a lost art. I see other people doing it, and it's not as clean.
I have to say,
Fletcher has a decent one.
I was gonna say Kenny Omega used to have a really solid one, and go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Kai Fletcher has a great scoop slam as well.
I haven't seen.
Oh, Kyle's, MJF. I think MJF is pretty solid.
MJF has a solid one.
They're solid, but Randy's is just fluid. I don't know what it is, what he's telling these boys, but it's beautiful. That's one credit I'll give Randy.
He's just saying scoop.
That scoop slam is maybe he's grabbing them by the gooch, and that's what's helping.
Or maybe he just like
scoop for you, scoop for you.
Maybe he's just like, come here, boy, and then you're like, what? Catch you off guard.
Whoa, Randy! Whoa, not there.
Turned into heated rivalry.
Learn what that show was this weekend, thanks to the bad guy.
Can I ask you a question?
Mania. What's up? Talk about it. Yeah, of course.
Do you think Cody's better than Randy?
At what point of his career?
And just all of wrestling.
In an entirely like legacy
in all
everything, or just all of wrestling? No. No. When you get to the nitty gritty and you talk about like greatest WWE wrestlers of all time. Okay, you take out a lot of nostalgic names. Randy's arguably top 4.
JBL says it best when he was on commentary. He's like who you wanted to build as a WWE superstar, like from the ground up. Like he's
from the look, yeah.
He's that guy.
Bro,
I'll be honest. I don't. If you really think about it, if you look back at a lot of early Randy stuff, dog, he was hooping, and then he got into what our conversation was 3 weeks ago, baby. Randy Orton is a big proponent of the 5 moves of doom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but
he mastered them, though.
Yes, of course,
mastered those 5 moves.
But it's not. But that's not just a Randy thing. That's a most of WWE thing. Your moveset just becomes limited. And
it's fair.
And we think about the 5 moves of doom. Randy's been doing this for over 20 years. Of course, he's been doing the 5 moves of doom for the past 16. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing this.
If we break it down to a technical wrestling level, because obviously Randy's not a technical wrestling guy. I think Cody's a better technical wrestler, superstar wise. Randy's definitely edging Cody out in the superstar rankings for sure.
1,000%.
100%. Yeah.
I think when Randy was showing his bag in his earlier years, I feel like he had a deeper bag because Cody's very much so in his 5 moves of doom.
Even a couple of
Cody's for sure in the 5 moves of doom era right now.
Even a couple years ago, before Randy had his back injury, and he was on the little tag run with Riddle, he was still pretty solid, and I thought he wasn't.
That was the reason he was in the tag team because he wasn't able to. Yeah, he was stiff as hell. Riddle was carrying most of his matches. Randy was there for spots, RKO spots.
Randy was there for the RKO, yeah. The RKO, the draping DDT, and the stomps. Those were the it became not just the 5 moves of doom. It was just 3 because that's all Randy could fucking do.
The terrifying 3. Nah, but that was Randy at a point. You know what I mean? Randy's clearly not the guy who from 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Randy is a shell of himself.
And that's maybe why they put the strap on him. They know he's just got, a couple years left. See what they do.
You said it earlier. Randy's universally loved. People sing his theme song. If you give Randy on the 3-month title reign, people are happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That's for business.
He doesn't. Does Randy need it? No, he doesn't. My man's just solidified. Do any of these people need championships? Not really. No. If we're talking about who needs straps, 35 and younger, baby. The people 35 and younger need the championships. None of these guys need the straps. They just do it for ticket sales, merchandise, and other shit they can make money. But talking about wrestlers on the wrong side of 45 and 50, I want to talk some Brock Lesnar. And I can't talk shit about Brock Lesnar because that man is a tank. If I was talking shit about Brock Lesnar and I saw him in the street, I was telling him sorry immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I'll take my chances. I'll let him F5 my ass. Fuck it.
Crazy. He would toss you, Mike.
Tosses in the word.
He'd put me down to the fucking core of the earth, but I'd fucking.
I would be like, "Why don't you shut it?" And then just toss him into the air and walk away.
I'd never come down, dog.
You're never coming down. So you're never coming down.
I'm stuck in the
Be like,
stratosphere,
ask the Mystics what happened. He flew away.
He flew away. Like Jeepers Creepers, he flew away.
No. After one suplex, he's blasting off like Team Rocket. Blasting off again. The star. So, as we all know, Brock Lesnar does have an open challenge at WrestleMania. I was arguing with this Tino about earlier because Tino's delusional. Tino's delusional. He thinks it's Seth Rollins. I think he's doing drugs. So, reportedly, it's Oberfemi.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, it's Oberfemi, and I think that would be a great match for Ober. But
yes,
I've been pissy on Twitter all day today because people were acting like this is a match that Ober needs to win. Don't get me wrong, I would love for Ober to win the match, but to say Oberfemi needs to beat Brock Lesnar it's nuts. You're talking about arguably the most dominant man to ever lace a pair of wrestling boots ever. You know what I mean? Brock, like, don't get me wrong, Brock puts people over 1,000%, but he is a dominant. Can you argue who's a more dominant wrestler than Brock Lesnar for the entirety of his wrestling career?
Braun Strowman.
Goldberg? Maybe, what is this? WCW?
Goldberg, he's actually maiming motherfuckers.
No, but like, you know what I mean? Like, Brock Lesnar is actually like one of the most lethal and dangerous men to ever step into a ring. The man is an absolute problem. I would love Oberfemi to win that match, but I don't think Ober needs to win that match. Now, where does Lesnar and Heyman believe he shouldn't lose until his last match? I don't think Brock Lesnar, in terms of kayfabe, I don't think Brock Lesnar should lose ever.
That's what I was telling you earlier. That's what I was telling you earlier, Channel. Like, I'm sorry to touch you off, but that's what me and Channel was discussing earlier. When he asked me, I just feel that it would. Like, obviously, I don't think it would hurt Oba to lose, but I just don't think it makes sense for it to be Oba. Like, I don't know because again, it's an open challenge, and I do think it should be Seth. But a few weeks ago, the word on the street was Gunther, and they haven't really done much with him. But it shouldn't be Oba. I think it's too soon for Oba. Depending how that match goes, Oba could still get over by not going over, but it really depends how that match goes. And we all know Lesnar doesn't go for more than like 5 minutes. So if it's going to be like a 5-10 minute WrestleMania match, is that a margarita match? If it's only a 5-10 minute squash match?
I don't think it's a squash match. Here's the thing. I don't think Brock Mike, I'll give you a piece in a second. I don't think Brock needs to squash Oberfemi. Oba could lose strong. You know what I mean? He could lose in a strong way. This doesn't need to be a squash match by any means. If this is going to be a squash, no, Oberfemi does not need to be out there.
Because my thing is, I'm sorry, Channel. Before you Mike goes, because my thing is like there's no real story to that. At least with Seth, there's more of a story. There's more of a story with Seth.
It's an open challenge. There doesn't need to be a story.
Doesn't need to be a story.
Brock Lesnar's in the middle of the ring saying, "Whoever wants to get their ass beat, come on out and get your ass beat." I don't need a story. I want to see Brock Lesnar take a poor step to Suplex City.
So it's like I was saying. So why have Heyman come out with Brock? You saying he's not associated with Heyman anymore, but he just came out with him a couple of weeks ago.
Do you want to hear Brock Lesnar could have cut the promo on himself?
But that's what I'm trying to say.
If you want to get your ass beat to shake your ass at WrestleMania, please come see me.
If you want to get your ass beat at WrestleMania, I challenge anybody backstage to come and wrestle me.
Brock comes out, Seth. You took out my advocate. He just throws out this mic, and then Seth comes out.
Tony, you're on time out. I hate your stuff take so much. Mike, give us your piece.
All right. I have so many different pieces here. Personally, fuck yeah, let's get it, baby.
Bad Bunny, please no.
Bad Bunny, please, yes, God, no. Absolutely. Canadian Destroyer, Punny Destroyer to Brock Lesnar would fucking. I'd run to the ring if I was at Mania.
Yo,
run to the ring, bro. There's gonna be Puerto Ricans running around all 50 states singing
Yo.
BTMF.
He did it.
I get the Puerto Rican flag tattooed on my fucking thigh. I'm in. It's over. I'm fucking sold, baby. No, okay. Obafemi. If Obafemi's on the WrestleMania card, he better be winning. It's simple as that. It's not going to be Oba and Lesnar. Unfortunately, it's going to be super underwhelming, and it's going to be probably LA Knight. And LA Knight, yeah, is going to get taken to Suplex City, bitch. Yeah. And it's going to be really sad. Yeah. And everyone's still going to hit the yeah. And then WWE is going to once again put LA Knight in the championship cuck chair. Yeah.
That's a man that needs a strap.
That's a man that needs a strap. Even though he's over 45, that's a man that needs a belt.
Playoff Pfizer, I'll take it.
Brock Lesnar is getting retired by the career killer Gunther at SummerSlam, Minnesota. So mark that on your calendars. Keep an eye on that one. Whoever Lesnar's going to face at Mania, he's winning. Obviously, it's all the sense in the world. It ain't Gunther. We might probably see Gunther. You might not make Mania this year. Might not make he might not make Mania. Real talk. I genuinely don't think so. What do you have for Gunther right now?
They failed Gunther. They kind of failed. They kind of failed him.
How do you have one? Here's the only way you book Gunther. You have to book him just like you booked him with the UK Championship and you booked him with the IC Championship. You have to give him the title for fucking ever. And you can't do that just yet because you're still trying to figure out a story with Punk and Roman, who's winning the title there. You still have to figure out who's getting Money in the Bank, and they have none of these things figured out. So Gunther has to essentially stay in the stasis chamber until they figure out who's Gunther's getting at his next opponent.
It's not a bad look for Gunther though, because unfortunately, honestly, there's a whole bunch of wrestlers over the age of 45 whose time is coming up. So he has all these guys' retirement dates on his calendar just lined up to go. You know what I mean? Because Randy's time is up soon. Ray's time should have been like 2 years ago before he discovered stem cells in his knees.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? He has Brock Lesnar on the horizon. There's a whole bunch of older guys on the roster. He can retire R-Truth in a gag match. You know what I mean? There's whole bunch of people he can retire. So
I think you have a serious problem about these. They have a serious problem right now within the WWE because you have these monsters and they don't know how to book them like they used to. How do you book Oba? How do you book Gunther right now, especially after everything?
Guys, Chana's right. Oba doesn't have to win. It doesn't hurt him if he loses. He's Obafemi. He's still a monster. He's still going to be the guy he is. John Cena lost his debut match against Kurt Angle. John Cena is now the greatest of all time. It's okay if Brock Lesnar wins. He's Brock fucking Lesnar. So it's okay if Oba takes a pin.
I don't think it's Oba versus Lesnar, though.
All Oba has...
I'm only talking the hypotheticals of Oba and Lesnar.
Right. Hypotheticals of Oba and Lesnar. Even if it is Oba.
That just pissed me off earlier.
I think it is Royce Keys.
If it's Oba, I'm cool with Brock winning. I think it's cool that if Brock and Paul Heyman come out Monday after Mania and Brock says, I'm not going anywhere until somebody beats me, and Gunther just comes out and tells him SummerSlam.
Yo, Danhausen versus Brock Lesnar.
Danhausen versus Brock Lesnar would be crazy.
Danhausen's
he has to just put a curse on him.
Yeah, Danhausen's just doing a WrestleMania segment of Brock Lesnar.
He tries to curse Brock, but then Brock dodges it and it curses Paul.
Didn't you notice? Talking about Paul Heyman, they removed Paul Heyman from that situation immediately. They saw the vision sinking. They said, "How do we protect the most valuable asset?" And how do we protect the most valuable asset in Paul Heyman? Let's just remove him from this completely. My man's just hospitalized allegedly, and my man's just talking mad. He was talking mad caca to Roman. He was like, "You didn't protect me when they attacked me." My man's got attacked again by the dude he betrayed Roman for. It's not even the fact that he betrayed Roman. You know what I mean? Because it's Paul Heyman. He's a sleazeboy. He's gonna do it anyway. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a rite of passage. When Paul Heyman turns on you, that's how you know you made it. You know what I mean? How you really fucking arrived. But you turned on Roman for a guy who turned on you less than a year later. You know what I mean, bro? You didn't even make it to Mania with Seth. You didn't, bro. You didn't. You barely did it. You went through a fake injury scare that put him fake on the shelf for a couple months so he can get the cash in at SummerSlam. And then my man's actually got hurt, so you had to write him out of the storyline for a little while, and now he's back, and then you got stomped.
And we can't even talk about the Masked Man shuffle that happened this past Monday.
I was just gonna actually kind of bring that up since we're on the Seth subject. I wanted to ask you guys kind of y'all's opinion on that. Like I was watching that and I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like I actually said that out loud. And I was like, it felt I don't know if I'm kind of switching gears, so I apologize, but like Raw felt a little underwhelming most of that show up until like the last segment with the Usos and CM Punk. But before we get to like that, I wanted to hear, because again, I thought that whole Masked Man bit to start the show was pretty dumb. I just wanted to hear you guys.
I thought that was peak wrestling entertainment. What are we talking about? my guy came out, didn't have a mask on. He threw a mask on.
Like if you watched it, because I saw like I watched it back on Twitter, like a clip, and there was like this one fat guy, and he like bumped into two guys. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? That's obviously not Seth Rollins. What are we doing?
Bro, what would you do? What would you do, bro? You see one of your biggest ops in the street, right? You see your biggest ops in the street, and they're all masked man, but your one op is not masked, and then he puts on the mask, and then they shuffle around.
Put that comment back up. Put that comment
Rick's. All right.
Put that fucking comment back up.
You hear how internal feel the Masked Man shuffle felt like the putties from Power Rangers? You're just like grabbing around.
Yo, seriously, you're just like, where do I go? Where do I go?
You gotta enjoy Step Up 6 Seth Rollins. First off, the Step Up franchise is amazing until they introduced them poopy ass shoes in the last one.
Imagine being an independent wrestler and getting a call from Triple H, like, yeah, we want you on the show, thinking you're about to, oh yeah, I'm gonna be on Raw, I'm gonna be a jobber, and they want you to cover your face.
Listen,
you're not gonna show your face at all.
Indie wrestler, they just called the Black and Brave school, Seth Rollins school, and said, yeah, all right, give me all you
your students. Give me all you guys.
You gotta start somewhere.
They you want to make $20?
Fucking mask on too. I should have put the mask on today. The ski mask, could have pulled up. We could have said it was Seth Rollins in the fucking in the clips, and who would have known? Never see me and Seth Rollins in the same place.
Listen, it's crazy. You saw Raw was underwhelming. What was I doing Monday that I wasn't watching Raw? Oh yeah, I was cursing out the Knicks.
I mean, but another, I guess, besides the Masked Man thing, I kind of went under the radar. Bailey kind of outlasting the other 5 opponents. I thought that was a really good match. I think she got a chance for the IC title, if I'm not mistaken, against CJ. So that was I just wanted to shout out Raw since we were talking Seth. But yeah, again, Raw was kind of a little underwhelming besides the ending segment and that Bailey match.
Well, so underwhelming. Listen, Finn Balor thought he was running the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day didn't turn on Finn. Finn thought shit was sweet, and they said no.
He did.
So let me get into my tangent real quick, right? Finn Balor, he got into a little argument with Dom, like all families do. Argue with Tyno all the goddamn time because he gets me frustrated. If he left it up to Tyno will resuscitate Ultimate Warrior right now, put the world title on him. and that's the type of shit that I argue with him about, right? But all good families argue. So they were arguing. Dom smushed Finn, and then Finn hit him with the Pele kick. And then he started attacking him. But the thing is, how did you think shit was that sweet that nobody was gonna let you rock? You know what I mean?
I think the surprise with that whole thing was because at least like the oh shit for me was JD, because we all know how much Finn meant or means to JD. In and out the ring. So that's kind of what I think it was. I think they probably thought it would be a one-on, and if anyone was to turn, maybe it would be like the woman of the Judgment Day. But it being JD with kind of like the clothesline out of nowhere, like off frame of camera, he just like clotheslines him back into frame. It was kind of like, oh shit, JD was the one.
It wasn't out of nowhere there. If you've been following Judgment Day since the inception, the people who always get too big for the britches get kicked.
And no, yeah, 1,000%. But I would think JD would side with Finn, is what I'm saying.
No, bro, no, because the Judgment. Listen, JD siding with Finn, cool, but JD has also been a part of the Judgment Day for the past like 2 years.
He's also been friends with Finn way longer. That's the
it doesn't matter. And then this is wrestling. None of that matters. Your outside friendships mean absolutely filth.
that's facts.
If you're not banging with your faction's not banging with you. Whenever you get too,
unless you're the Don Callis family.
Fuck the Don Callis family.
Relax.
You're back on timeout.
Relax.
Fucking
the Don Callis family.
So fucking whatchamacallit. Finn really thought shit was sweet, and I think the women were more surprised. You know what I mean?
They definitely were. Their facial reactions, like, you know, they sold it. They sold it.
How
great.
could they assault my baby father like that? That's crazy. Which is also crazy because
both of them said that.
No.
all three of them.
I was bigger than Finn, so that was a little thing. But yeah, it was dope because the Judgment Day didn't turn their back on Finn. Finn turned their back on the Judgment Day. You can't. You're never bigger than the brand. Judgment Day works better when there's no egos, no leaders.
I don't think they were egos. I don't think they liked the fact that he was trying to make them like face. Like he was trying to make like Dom do the right thing, win the match clean, and they weren't feeling that. Like that was the whole. I think that was the whole thing as well. Dom kind of felt like he cost him since he interfered with that.
That's mad funny. They defend how we did Brandon. We did not do Brandon Felf. Brandon texted us one day. Brandon said, "I hate you guys. I don't want to record anymore," and he left us. He left me like my father. He left us like my father left me. You know what I mean? Just gone. Oh my god! At least Brandon sent us a text message.
You know we're gonna get Finn, Damian Priest in a tag team again now against Dom and Finn Balor. Or I mean, Finn Balor, Damian Priest back in a tag team against
Priest is
Dom.
I was gonna say
with R-Truth.
Speaking of Priest, shout out to them winning their match on for that tag team turmoil. They shout out to them.
Listen, we're talking about bigger things.
I just had to throw that out there. Mike, former member. He's former member.
Mike, what do you think about the Judgment Day shenanigans? My man's over here want to talk about R-Truth and shit. You hear this guy?
Top tier. I mean, listen, R-Truth and Priest are a fucking tag team on SmackDown as of last week, and they're the number one contenders for the tag titles, which
miserable,
blowing minds, but whatever. Judgment Day. I thought it was executed pretty well. Honestly, I thought it was done exactly how I expected it to go down, even down to Finn hitting the Pele kick. I thought it was the right move. Finn finally realizing, like, oh my god, wait, I'm not like him, and I'm not like them. That's not me. I do things better, and finally waking up to that and deciding it's time, and even deciding to take on all of the Judgment Day himself. So I think great addition to that. I think it's a great story. I think it's even better that nobody came down to help Finn because of how many bridges he's burned being with the Judgment Day and the attacks that they've done. So I think it's great. I think this is going to be exactly what we want. Finn versus Dom, WrestleMania. Maybe we get the Demon back. I'm all aboard this train. I said, did it need the title? Yeah, sure. It'd be nice to have Finn win the IC title. You could apply this logic to Cody and Randy, but I think it works without the title just fine, and I think it's going to be a good match. I think it was done well.
What about you, Marcus? Any thoughts about Finn going back to not being relevant on TV no more after his feud with Dom?
Yeah, I thought it was executed well. I don't think anybody was really surprised. I think Liv standing in the corner kind of gave away JD turning because there was nobody else to protect JD. You probably could have saved that maybe by have like Roxy or Roxanne or Liv just attacking. If they were going to attack Finn anyway, you should have had just Liv sucker punched Finn right there while she was standing in the corner behind her. You know what I mean? And then the girls could have jumped them, and then JD or whatever could have helped. But other than that, overall good. I would like to see them put the title up. See Dom put the title up against Finn and throw that title on Finn. Send him to Mexico.
The AAA championship?
Yeah, why not?
Honestly,
if you're not gonna put the world title back on my guy, put something on him.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, put some type of goal. Like, I know this is super downline, but I'm hoping now that he's like back to his, out of a faction, back to his singles career, like we see him with another world championship belt.
Nice.
Hopefully.
So let me get this straight. You want Finn to leave his faction when he left. Go win the AAA Mega Championship and just wrestle in Mexico.
I want Finn to go back to his roots and realize why he loves professional wrestling. Yes. And then come back to the WWE and be a dog like he was supposed to.
Finn and Dom doesn't hit the same without the Intercontinental Championship in the mix. It's like Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho at Mania 33. The biggest possible title burped. The biggest title possible elevates a personal feud. It does. Would you have
for the world title? Sure.
Would you have AAA title defended at WrestleMania? I don't know.
I don't see why not. You put more eyes on AAA.
It depends what happens this weekend at Rey the Reyes, because Danhausen still has the curse on Dom. There's
an event this Saturday, no, for AAA?
Yes, yeah. Rey the Reyes.
That's okay.
We're getting El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano.
My man's tuned me out.
My apologies.
No, you go, bro. Fuck with you. It depends. It does look like a good show. I can't tell you the code off the top of my head, but it depends if Danhausen goes company wide. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It goes company wide. Dom is probably losing.
Danhausen shows up in AAA.
Nah, if anybody's gonna cause Dom, it might be Finn. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I think Finn could show up in Mexico and screw him out of the title and put the title back on Vikingo, because nobody in Mexico likes Vikingo. And
you know why? Because they keep thinking he's a babyface when the man is clearly a heel.
Yeah. They got him with Omos, dog. That threw me off 2 weeks ago. And
you know why? Because Omos is a
just
beloved
started
figure.
watching AAA because it's on YouTube now.
Omos is really
he's a beloved figure. They signed my man to 2 spot appearances. I don't even know why he keeps resigning. Sweet guy though.
Why not? He does big man spots. He's getting paid really well, and he does them really good.
I want to know what his contract is, because my man don't even wrestle no more, bro. It's nuts. He's an attraction.
Just shows up, yeah.
He's an attraction.
We got our main event question coming up along with the AEW Revolution previews coming back in under a minute.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users can score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you.
Listen,
Tell them the bad guy sent you.
The bad guy sends me everywhere. The bad guy sent me to do my taxes. The bad guy forces me to do overtime.
Stupid.
The bad guy makes me play video games for all hours of the night and not go to sleep on time. The bad guy makes me do things I don't want to do. But the bad guy, he told me to talk about Roman Reigns and Pepsi Phil. A true WrestleMania main event, honestly. I want to see Roman win the strap. I know, Mike, you said this earlier, and I've been seeing this on Twitter. They've been calling CM Punk's reign generational.
It's not generational, but I think it's the best title reign in WWE right now.
I'm trying to think of other championship. Penta just won the strap, doesn't really count. Melo's having a decent run.
Melo's had a very good run as U.S. champion. He's having a very good run.
Cody Rhodes just got the strap back. And Drew's was kind of Cody obsessed, so it doesn't really count.
Yep.
Was it AJ Lee just won the championship? The tag titles are depressing. Jay's run is depressing.
Women's tag title scene was really hot for a minute, and then they decided.
But individual title reign, it kind of blows. Stephanie's
been good. She's been good, but like there's nothing for her. That's why she's been good.
They can't do anything for her.
They can't do anything for her because they're trying to keep it healthy for Mania. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. So I guess you're right. I guess it is the best title reign at the moment. But ultimately, I think I don't think it's any better of a run as the previous runs.
I think it's. I think it's if you compare it to other runs, yeah, it's a little bit different, but Punk is showing that he wants to work, and obviously this is more of a prove it for Punk, prove it for the company. Like he's going out there, he's defending the title. It's become a workhorse title, and it's like the guy's almost 50 as well. Just like we know, he doesn't have many years left. But personally, if I were to look at the title runs outside of the MJF feud for Punk and AEW, I think this title run and his AEW title run are very similar. And I think both of them, for a guy who's had 6 world championships, I would say this is second to his Summer of Punk run. I think this has been, as an older CM Punk, I think this has been a fantastic run. He's put on great matches. He's progressed stories. He's keeping things interesting on the weekly shows. He's showing up. That's all I ask for as my champion. I understand some guys need some time off. Injuries happen. You don't want to show your champion all the time because maybe you don't want them to feel watered down and diluted. I get that. But Punk's showing up almost every week. He's having segments with people. He's carrying the show. He is, as of this right moment, he's the most interesting part that they've had on Raw, besides the whodunit of who's the mystery man. And that's not even really interesting. That's kind of just redundancy at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing.
For me personally, I think Punk should retain the championship at WrestleMania. I think you can have this world championship division be something special if Punk beats Roman and proves all of the doubters and the haters, and even proves Roman himself, like, Roman, you know what? You lost to Punk. You've lost an edge. You are slipping. And I want to see Roman get back to his old self. And I think there's a story to be told with Roman losing at Mania and once again getting back into his mentality and being a dog in the ring, because I don't think he's got it right now. I don't think he's compelling enough on his own as of right now, because he hasn't been around as often as he was maybe as the champion, and he wasn't around that often as the champion, to say the least. So I personally think we have a better potential of character development with Roman if he loses, and I think you have better stories and feuds and championship contenders with Punk, because I think Punk losing the title shortly after Mania makes a lot of sense, and I think having Punk lose the title to Roman and then Roman not being there on time or showing up every 2 months, 3 months, 6 weeks, whatever, I think that does a disservice to what guys like Gunther and Punk and Seth and Jay were kind of doing for the world championship up to this point.
And I don't necessarily agree with that. I believe Roman does wonders with the belt. Raw is different from SmackDown, because Roman ran through that SmackDown locker room several times, to the point they were running reruns on reruns. With Punk is having a good run. I enjoy Punk's matches. I think he's doing good work. But also, I'm ready to see what does Punk look like in a non-championship segment again. I want to see him chasing again. I want to see them running back at SummerSlam. You know what I mean? I want to see Punk in the King of the Ring. But I think Roman, a possible Roman Gunther match is a great match, because Roman's lost the past 3 Manias. He lost the past 2 Manias. You know what I mean? He lost the strap against Cody. He lost the next year when Heyman turned on him. So he's lost the past 2 Manias. And then he got pinned by Bronson Reed, who didn't even do anything with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you guys kind of hit on some of the things I wanted to touch on. So like just what Mike said earlier, this Punk's title run or title reign at the moment, it's the best, again, because it feels just like the one he had in AEW. It feels personal, it feels real. What's being said is kind of drawing me in. And, you know, just the drama of it is kind of making me glued into the TV, eager to find out, like, now I'm excited for Monday to see what Roman's going to say. You know, is he still going to be like the dickhead and kind of come at like Jimmy and Jay, like, hey, I didn't need your guys' help for that. Because, you know, Roman could have a big head, or maybe he'll, you know, thank them for it. But, kind of, I guess, going against the second part of what Mike said, I think Roman should win the strap. I think by him winning the strap, you'll start to see that change with Roman. Maybe he starts to appreciate the fact that he's champion again. He hasn't been champion for quite some time. As we all know, he's kind of a part-timer now. Maybe if he doesn't have like any movie schedules, whatever he has going on, maybe we at least see him more often. If not defending the title, at least seeing Roman on TV every week, it'll keep him relevant, because wrestling is a quick, fast-paced business. There's so much wrestling that we watch, and you kind of forget if someone misses a couple of weeks of TV. But I think Roman getting the chip at Mania, you could maybe start seeing a change for Roman. I'm not saying go full-pledged face, but you just kind of see him starting to be more appreciative of being a champion, of working with the boys. That's what I would think.
It's not Roman works better as a twinner that he is. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
gonna get the cheers and he's gonna get the boos. Roman's on tape saying this is his last. He has 1 or 2 WrestleManias left. So,
and as you said, he lost his last 3. So if he lose, I want his win-loss ratio. I'm sorry to step on you. And when it's all said and done, I would want Roman Reigns' win-loss ratio at Mania to be like above 500. I think if it's not already, so that's
it doesn't really matter about the 500 because Roman has the most WrestleMania main events in WWE history.
But it doesn't mean anything if you have a bunch of losses, so that's
the losses don't matter, brother. It does not matter. What is it? Year 8 of him main eventing a WrestleMania?
I believe
9?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bro, he has the last 9 WrestleMania main events. He main events the last year's WrestleMania when he didn't need to. You know what I mean?
Genuinely, I have a crazy thought popping into my head right now about this whole situation. I think that Roman probably will win, and I think they're telling the story. I hate to say this, man. Saudi Mania, money talks, man. I think we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that Punk Rock match.
Oh Lord!
So for talking about the family, before we dive into it, Marcus, what is your initial thought about Roman and I was about to say Roman and Rock, Roman and Phil?
No, trying to agree with you. I think Roman needs to win. I also think that this is the cherry on top for Roman. I think CM Punk is the one name that everybody has been. This is the match we've all been looking for, right? Roman versus CM Punk. We're getting it. But CM Punk is the cherry on top for Roman's resume. He has Cena, he has Goldberg, he has Lesnar, he has his best friend Seth Rollins. He has all these great names under his belt. The one name he doesn't have is CM Punk, the one guy who was the best in the world before he decided to drop a bomb and leave. Now you have this moment. You have a chance where you can give that to him, put the title on him. No matter who has a title, if it's him or CM Punk, merch is going to sell. And no matter what, whoever wins, you're not going to see a backlash. I know everyone is CM Punk might be full-time, but he's probably not going to be a backlash. We'll probably see him at SummerSlam next. And if Roman wins, with the help of Seth Rollins, so be it. That could just build up for a triple threat come to SummerSlam.
Seth. Nobody said Seth.
Hey.
So
wait
Rick
for it.
said, gents, they are struggling getting asses and seats. Don't think with your heart, think with your wallet. Would you buy tickets for a show knowing you see a full-time champ or part-timer? In this situation, I don't think it matters because I think without the championship, CM Punk will be there. But I'll tell you what, though, if Roman Reigns was champion and you know who's popping up to your city, and if he was announced to show up on Monday Night Raw at the championship, you're buying tickets. Because people are buying tickets now to go see Roman. You know what I mean? Could you imagine with the championship, like, okay, if he doesn't have a program set up? And the thing is, Saudi Mania is next year. It makes sense for Roman to walk.
This isn't. They're overlooking this year's Mania. They're booking for next year's Mania. Trust me on this.
That's what I'm saying, Mike. You were confused when I said Seth, but didn't Seth tell Cody, "I don't like you, but I hate him a whole lot more."
Yeah.
I can see him saying the same thing to Roman Reigns.
I think
Roman and Seth's last matches together. My fault, Mike.
I think so. I was gonna say, I think the biggest ball drop on this year's WrestleMania, and I think it was queued up starting from last year. And I think, first of all, Punk is champion. Still should have been a thing this year. I still feel that this year's WrestleMania, it should have been Cody versus Randy for the title, Roman versus Seth in a one-on-one grudge match, 13 years to the date of their fucking bullshit, the Shield and this and that. I think it's more than time for them to have that one-on-one match at WrestleMania. They keep teasing it. They keep being involved in each other's shit. This was the year to do it, this WrestleMania, especially because they have no tickets sold. And I think Seth versus Roman, Randy versus Cody, and Punk versus, I don't know, maybe Drew or maybe Gunther or Lesnar, whatever. You could have Lesnar versus Punk. You could do something like that. But I think this year was Roman versus Seth, and I think they've absolutely dropped the ball in this. And I think this is also a big part of the reason why I think Punk wins. This is it right here.
But to be fair, My fault, Marcus. You go real quick.
Oh no, I was
Go
gonna say
ahead.
to Mark's comment. That was under a different regime.
No.
That
It
was
doesn't matter
That
about
was
the.
under a regime that made the title look like that.
No. It has nothing to do with the. Has nothing to do with the. It has nothing to do with Dream. So Brooklyn like a Mark says when Roman wins the World Heavyweight Championship, that he called the consolation prize would be dumb. It also undoes the work Rollins, Priest, Gunther, and Punk did to make the Wargo's belt. Remember, the reason Roman chose that belt was not for the championship, because he could have faced Drew or Cody.
for
Didn't
Cody.
matter. He could have faced them and called it a day. He picked Punk because he hates Punk. That's the only reason why he chose Punk. It didn't matter what Punk could have had the Intercontinental Championship. It would have not mattered.
That would have been interesting.
That would have been hilarious. But he hates CM Punk, right? He hates him. And that's why he chose him. And also, I don't know if the No Contest podcast with Moshe Jackson Jr. He said it. He's like, they said, would you ever go for the World Heavyweight Championship? He's like, if they ever want to add some prestige to that belt, they know who to call. And I think not having Roman on that new lineage for World Heavyweight Championship is criminal. You know what I mean?
Diabolical.
You talk about one of the biggest wrestlers of the current generation, arguably the biggest top guy. It doesn't matter if you're a Cody or Roman fan. They're definitely both. They're top of the
Tribal
mountain.
Chief.
You know what I mean? The two top guys, and he's not going to hold that championship once. When you look through that lineage, you know his time is coming up. That's the reason why you also pulled the trigger. Because when you look back in the title of that World Heavyweight Championship, you be like, okay, Roman Reigns is on that list. Because Roman Reigns wasn't a World Heavyweight Champion prior. You know what I mean? The WWE Championship said World Heavyweight Champion, but it was really the WWE Champion. It was always the WWE Championship.
Right.
Roman Reigns has never been World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, so how long is his title reign and who beats him for the title?
Roman can lose some Money in the Bank, bro. It doesn't matter
That's what I'm
who.
saying. If he does win it shouldn't be long.
No, I don't think it needs. I don't think it needs to last till next Mania.
I don't think so. At least a few months.
That's maybe. What worries me. A year without that belt after the work that all of those guys that he just mentioned.
Okay, how about this? How about this as a trade-off? How about this as a trade-off? Roman wins the championship, but Obafemi wins the Intercontinental Championship and puts an absolute pain with that belt.
You're still taking the world champ. Look at what Booking Mark just said. Look at the work that all of those men put to make that title what it is. Plus the men that fought for that title and lost.
But let's be real. Let's be real. Seth Rollins was probably the best run. Everybody hated Priest. Everybody hated Gunther. A lot of people are not liking Punk. Some people do.
I thought
Priest had a good run.
I like Priest's run.
Yeah, we could like it. A lot of people hated it.
A lot of that we're seeing was in the internet. I think a lot of the crowd.
A lot of people weren't fans of Gunther. Chano, you were one of them. Not a big fan of Gunther having.
Oh no! You know why I wasn't a big fan of Gunther? Because Gunther just came off the Intercontinental Championship for like 600 days, bro. I needed 6 months off from Gunther being a champion. Yep. It was way too quick for me. Priest had a great run. I enjoyed Priest's run, but also I'm not gonna hold you. The internet wrestling community they play favorites with who champion is. If their favorite is not a champion, they're not having a good time. You know what I mean? They play favorites a lot, and it sucks. But they play.
So let me ask you guys this, because if Roman, assuming Roman wins the title, would it matter if he defends it or not? Because when I said a little earlier, for me, the defenses, I guess, don't really matter. It matters if you're showing up to the building. Maybe, having a segment, having a promo, something like that. So if Roman wins the title and you at least see him weekly or every week, maybe not necessarily in a match, but in some type of program, does that change your narrative on Roman? Because for me personally, I would like to see not a year run with the title, but I don't want it for, 58 days, 2 months. Give me at least 4 to 6 months or so. Make it not seem transitional. And if you give Roman that title, give him maybe at least 5-6 title defensive, show him on TV every now and then. I don't think you could hate on that. I think it depends on his on the work rate. I think we're kind of jumping to the conclusion that he's going to be a part-timer based on his recent history. But again, maybe he has a change of heart, wins the title, maybe he shows up more.
I'm not gonna hold you. There's almost zero reason to have Roman Reigns on TV weekly. The best part about having Roman Reigns as world champion is that it's super easy to make the babyface challengers because all of them want to save WWE from the terror of Roman Reigns. Because he's taking the championship and he's not defending it. You know what I mean? It's super easy for the baby faces because they all want to save WWE now. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to take that it rates itself. Oh, you're not going to take the championship and not defend it how you used to. It makes it super easy to go track him down and go gun him down for it. But I'll wait for Rick to finish that thought. It's super easy for the baby faces. And honestly, I'm not going to hold you.
Money in the Bank is in September.
If we was to get a Gunther Roman match, bro, could you imagine that? Because Roman can go in the ring, but Roman is very lazy when it comes to people who it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Him and Cody have surprisingly really good wrestling chemistry.
They do. They do.
They have really good chemistry. So
here's
I'm interested in it. If you give me till September, if you give me 3 title defenses, I'm happy. Maybe 4.
That's my problem. You
5
are
to 6. Give me a hand.
You're not getting 5 to 6, and you're not getting 4. You're getting, if he's champion, let's just say he's champion from April till September. That timeline. You're getting 3 title defenses. That's what you're getting. You're getting 3. You're going to get one every 3 months on that road to WrestleMania. On that road, here's what you're going to get. You're not going to get a title defense at Backlash because more than likely Randy or Cody or whoever will defend the title at Backlash. You might get a Roman appearance in Clash in Italy. So there's maybe 1 title defense. Then you have Night of Champions, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank. So pick your next 2 title defenses. SummerSlam, Money in the Bank. There's your title defenses right there. You might not even get 3. You might get 2. You might not get the first one until Clash in Italy, and then you might get the second one at Money in the Bank.
You could squeeze in maybe another match or championship match or 2 at like a Saturday night main event. That's always known to pop up randomly.
I highly doubt Roman's working a Saturday night's main event.
Here's also the issue and why I don't mind Rome and why I don't mind.
That's fair.
WWE PLEs are now 5-match cards. You know what I mean? And you can't get all the good matches on the card. And there's been situations and times already where world champions aren't defending on the PLEs. For the first 2 months of CM Punk's reign, he did not defend the championship. CM Punk won the championship at Saturday Night Main Event, and he did not defend the title until Raw Day 1.
Yeah,
against Braun Breaker. He didn't defend the championship for 2 months.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But he's defended it almost every month since.
Yeah, he made it for. I'm not saying that he hasn't made up for lost time because after Braun Breaker, he fought Finn. And then he had the match with AJ. I put that in quotation marks because Finn interrupted the match, and then Finn again. It's not like he's It's not like he's breaking the bank with these new exotic challengers. No, he started in January. We're in March now. It's dope. Listen, I don't need my world champion to defend the championship all the time. I don't need that because honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. In kayfabe, there's a lot of people who aren't deserving of a world championship match. Finn Balor and kayfabe was not deserving of a world title match. My man's win-loss. My man has a 16% win ratio in the past like 10 years. You know what I mean?
That shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter.
That shouldn't matter if you're determining who's the number 1 contender for your world champion.
Not if it doesn't matter. Roman's WrestleMania win-loss ratio.
I'm kicking him off this but what I'm saying is when you talk about like number 1 contenders, Finn Balor shouldn't have gotten a title shot because he hasn't won recently. You know what I mean? He's been getting beat by everybody. So you know what I mean? He didn't deserve in kayfabe. He doesn't deserve a world title match.
The problem is they don't have that many heels on Raw either.
No, you know, but that's exactly what the issue is. You know what I mean? They have the heels for Raw, but they don't want to break them out yet.
They don't want to fucking do nothing. They said, you know what, whatever, man.
They put them on the They put them on the back burner. There's dudes, bro. I'm telling you, there's dudes who haven't won matches out here getting world title matches. It just doesn't make logical sense.
It doesn't.
Braun made sense because it was a blood feud.
Yeah, I actually went into it thinking Braun would win, to be honest, against
To be honest with you,
as all of us did.
Yeah, seriously.
There's so many comments coming in from Rick and Mark right now that are so much better than what we're seeing from WWE in actuality. Dude,
Well, to get to Mark's, here's some storytelling potential. Adam Pearce lived through the Reign of Terror as Reigns' part-time champion. Let's turn Pearce heel after Mania and honestly transform into the strap. He did, yeah, because Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns treated Adam Pearce like shit.
Pearce is low-key already a heel because he's always mad. Like, you ask him a question, he like takes off his glasses really fast and he's yelling at you. He's like, bro, take it easy.
Rick says, can it be 100 here? What's happening across the globe? Makes me wonder how would they think about long-term storytelling this year. Listen, I think Punk will be on the card regardless. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think the allure of having Roman as champion in these international PLEs moves a lot of tickets.
To be honest with
and
you,
ultimately that's what it boils down to. Honestly, I'd rather see Roman as champion because I know I'm gonna see CM Punk regardless.
I said this a couple weeks ago to the missus when everything was popping off and with everything going on in the world. And I was like, damn, I guess there goes all those shows in Saudi Arabia. And then I was like, who am I? They were sending WWE superstars to Iraq and Baghdad for tribute to the troops, dog.
Yeah,
There was an active boots on the ground war going on over there. I was like, yeah, they're still sending them. They're sending them across the globe. They got insurance. They ain't worried.
So we didn't touch on actually what happened this Raw with Jimmy and Jay coming out. We're gonna run through this pretty quick because we got to get through our margarita matches. Jimmy and Jay come out. Jay says, I apologize. Phil said, Roman sent you? He said, it's not about Roman. Apologize. And I respect the big dog. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Hey.
Listen.
I love that segment. It was a great segment.
After CM Punk was done talking and Jay said, nah, you don't understand. This is not about Roman. I'm gonna need you to apologize.
He said 9 letters, 1 word. Apologize. Honestly and truthfully, and then he said, your cousin never apologized to you. First of all, he's not right. You know why? Because Roman did nothing wrong.
Roman has these boys traumatized. In an in-character kayfabe storyline, these two would be making a therapist so much money from a kayfabe standpoint. These boys have so much repressed trauma from what
Roman reminded them who they were, bro.
No, he was.
If it wasn't for Roman, those boys would still be painting their faces right now.
They weren't painting their faces anyway before Roman came along. They were locking down people in the Uso penitentiary. Roman said to these boys, I'm going to whoop your ass in front of your brother and make your brother cry so you guys will fall in line with what I want to be done. You're going to do my bidding for 4 years.
No, that's not going to happen.
Whip you around like you're some young boys like Roman or like Punk called them.
Let's not do revisionist history. Jey Uso wasn't saying I quit. Jimmy got involved in a match, thinking that he could stop an I Quit match in the middle of an I Quit match inside of a Hell in a Cell at that. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? If you're in a match and your brother pulls up and I could choke out your brother to make you say I quit, I'm gonna do it. Listen, all's fair in love and war. And also, I'm not gonna hold you.
But he went, I mean, like, all right, are you choking, Marcus, you choking out Nitram?
No, wait. So Marcus, in a real life situation, in a wrestling situation, you and Ant are fighting, right? You and Ant are fighting. You're not giving up at all, right? You're on your last gasp of air, but you're fighting. You're not gonna give up.
Do not tell me. Do not say what I think you're gonna say right now.
And then Ant puts Martin in a guillotine choke. And you barely have the energy to fight back. But
this might be a bad example.
You only have enough energy to not quit. And you see your brother's face, the one that makes you say, fuck, it's him again. You see him fading. Are you saying fuck Nitram or are you quitting the match to save your brother's life?
This is for the world title, right?
This for the world title. You
All
love
right,
me,
look.
brother.
I love my
The
brother.
world
It's a terrible example.
I love my brother. You're absolutely right. I love my brother. But
Rest in peace,
even
Nitram.
even if he was in my shoes, this for the world title. My man should have been minding his own business.
Bro, you
You
could
getting
barely
choked
fight.
out, bro. You shouldn't have came out here, bro. You seen I wasn't quitting. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Marcus is talking. Marcus is talking that halal. He's talking that flaming hot bullshit.
Nitram would be like, "Hey, he should
Nitram
mind
would
his
let
own
this man get
business. It
choked
wasn't
out.
his title match. It was my title match."
He said, "Rest in peace to Nitram. He got hit by a bazooka.
Bazooka. R.I.P. my granny. She got hit by a bazooka.
This is the world title. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get here again.
Every time I hit the hookah.
Listen, but it doesn't matter.
And look what
Jimmy
happened.
did-
He's tag team
Jay
champion
did-
now. Never going to get there again.
And he got hit by a fucking bazooka.
Listen, Jay did that to save his brother's life. He's a man of honor and integrity.
Listen.
And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. When
He
Roman
said he
went
would
two
have let his
straps,
brother died.
when Roman told went two straps,
Yeah, absolutely.
he told his cousins, he's like, you need to have two straps. You know what they did? Roman helped them win their second strap.
Straps. That's what I'm saying. Roman made
And
them.
you know what
better.
also they did? You know what Roman also did? He elevated those boys to the point where they main evented WrestleMania. Roman didn't turn on the Usos.
I think that you're the
Roman didn't
revisionist
talk
history
about
here.
it.
Roman didn't main event WrestleMania.
They did not main event WrestleMania.
They didn't main event WrestleMania.
Oh,
They didn't main event
you're talking about
WrestleMania?
39, the tag titles. Yeah, you're right.
They made
Honestly,
an event
dare I say the compelling story with Sami Zayn leaving the bloodline and forming with his friend and taking on the evil brother.
Cody Rhodes got you all washed up in the brain, bro.
What are we saying here, Cody?
Listen, he's talking about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. He's not even thinking about the Usos. You know what I mean? That's
Thinking about the
crazy.
Usos, you know what I'm
He's
saying?
not even thinking about the Usos.
I mean, look, the Usos are one of the greatest tag teams of this generation. But I mean, you need two other dance partners for that main event tag match, and I don't think without a compelling enough story between Sammy and the Usos, you don't get that. You don't get that main event.
But it was though. You know what I mean? But it was though, and it was main event, and it was main event of WrestleMania.
The bloodline was when Sammy was there. The bloodline got stale until Sammy popped up, and Sammy kept them afloat for a while.
You know why? Because they were
And Roman made Sammy better.
You know
why?
why?
Because Sammy made them better. Sammy made them better.
Nobody would know who Sami Zayn is right
He
now.
was a conspiracy theorist.
He'd be floating and catering, eating spinach and tomatoes.
Saying some conspiracy theories. Because that's who he was. He was a conspiracy
Sammy better
theorist.
be thanking the tribal chief.
Was his
Because if it wasn't for the tribal chief talking about let me get him and put him on my team.
All right, let's go to fucking margarita matches. I'm tired of listening about fucking Samoans and their 90-something fucking cousins, to be honest with you.
Listen, you think you're gonna say fuck Sika and the bloodline will come after you?
He fucking is rightfully so, and CM Punk is justified because fucking Reigns literally said exactly what Punk said. I'm gonna take that shit verbatim, bar for bar. It literally, Roman Reigns said, "Fuck Dusty Rhodes" to Cody 2 years ago.
You know why? You know why? Because every single chance he got, I'm gonna win this title for my daddy who never won this title.
I gotta finish the story.
And he fucking finished that story, baby. And he finished that story.
There's more than one royal family.
There
Rhodes.
is.
There's the Rhodes. I'm gonna win it. He said, Dada, this is for you.
And that shit's beautiful, bro.
No, listen.
That shit
I'm
was
not gonna
cinema.
hold you. I'm not gonna hold
That
you.
shit was beautiful.
If you bring up your father in every single promo that we have for the championship, if I tell you your pops can go kick rocks, that should be warranted. Because why do you keep bringing him up for everything?
Cody never told him about telling him to kick rocks. He just told Rock, to go fuck himself, and that's fine. Everybody's telling Rock to go fuck himself these days.
Listen,
even the movie.
I'm not gonna hold you. If you bring up your family,
I'm not gonna hold you on this one.
Yo.
Punk is justified, dog. Roman went unchecked for years. Now he's getting checked by that boy CM Punk, and he doesn't know what to fucking do now, and neither do the Usos, because they're not used to this. They're not used to taking this level of disrespect because everybody bows down to them. Get ready, baby. Buckle up, baby, because CM Punk is about to make these boys' life a hell.
I want the same energy when Roman looks CM Punk dead in the eyes and tells him fuck Larry.
I hope he does. I hope the fuck he does. And I hope Punk crashes out, shaves his fucking head, and sits there on that ramp with his legs crossed and absolutely dices up Roman Reigns.
Listen, I need Roman to get absolutely filthy when he talks about Larry.
I need
Talk
both
about
of them
the
to
fl-
get filthy.
I
I
need
don't
him
want.
so-
I don't want a sports entertainment match.
I hope he says Kenny Omega should have punt that dog that day he picked him up.
Facts.
Like,
I want Reigns fucking telling
I wish
how
Larry
real
was here
blast
right
climbing the
now.
river.
I wish Larry was here right now so I can put him out of misery myself.
Remember,
like,
guys.
Oh my God, Roman, this is kind of cuckoo.
He's gonna make CM Punk. He's gonna make Roman Reigns look really strong at WrestleMania. They told CM Punk, you gotta make Roman look really strong.
All right, so let's talk about a margarita time. Margarita. I can't wait till Roman wins the strap because I'm gonna buy all my guys' Bloodline t-shirts and we're just gonna wear it. It's gonna be magical
the whole time.
So this weekend we have AEW Revolution, sponsored by Roman Reigns.
Sunday.
We have 2 0-hour matches. It's kind of weird. AEW National Championship Blackjack Battle Royal. Ricochet is defending the championship against Tommaso Ciampa and 19 more competitors to be announced.
Does it actually say that?
Yeah, it's great. It's an awesome little battle royale little thing that they came up with.
AEW TBS Championship match: Willow Nightingale versus Lena Cross. I have no idea who that is. Then we have back in the thing. We have Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong versus the Dogs. Who? Margarita match or no?
Dogs.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No, because I think China, your boy's coming back at the end of this match, and he's gonna do some I think Jay White's coming back, and I think
Jay White's coming back. Oh, I thought you thought the other guy, fucking Eddie Kingston.
How many fucking matches are on this card? There's like fucking 13.
Yeah, it's like
this is
10
AEW, bro. This ain't no PLE.
God,
this is 5 hours.
On ESPN.
That shit is gonna finish at 1 a.m.
All right, settle down.
All right, we have Bandito versus Andrade. I know Nick Ram is creaming his pants right now thinking about an Andrade match. He has some shrimp in his back pocket.
He's a real smooth fucking mover. That Andrade.
Margarita match or no?
No,
I agree. No.
Banger.
Brody King versus Swerve Strickland.
Versus Swerve. That's a good match too. I want to see that one.
Margarita match.
I don't know what's going on Mike today.
I don't know.
I'm liking the story they're building with Brody and Swerve. Like Swerve turning heel just a couple weeks ago. It's just trying to choke everyone out with the chain. I love it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Possibly see a returning Buddy. No, Buddy.
Buddy, I love Buddy. Buddy's the most athletic.
Swerve was just talking about him on another podcast too. Talking about
Buddy is the strongest, most athletic motherfucker I've ever seen.
That would make sense.
I've never seen somebody with that many muscles be as athletic as Buddy Matthews is. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Buddy Matthews is jacked. He has muscles on muscles. His muscles have muscles.
If the Zombie King was here, he'd be like, well, when you have Rhea Ripley, you got to look scary.
True. Everybody banned from ringside. Toni Storm versus Marina Shafir. Margarita match.
Who is really everybody?
Margarita
Are the Death Riders really going to come out and beat Toni Storm's ass? Do we have to ban them?
They were hitting her moves.
They were fucking criminals.
You're right.
I love Toni Storm, but yeah, that was
this is a Margarita match for me.
Listen, I gotta say, when I went to that Dynamite back in January in the fucking Blackpool Combat Club or the Death Riders, whatever the fuck they're called now.
Combat Club.
The Bluey Combat Club walked past me, and you had fucking Pac and Mox and fucking Claudio. Dude, Claudio's a fucking absolute unit of a man. That dude is a fucking tank. A tank. 100%. I don't understand why he's not world champion in AEW at all at any point in his career. Because what the fuck?
You know who else was a tank? Buddy fucking Matthews.
All right, yeah, but Buddy Matthews got that guy. He kind of, if you take that Rhea Ripley promo against Jade and apply it to Buddy Matthews, he kind of got the muscles for show because he keeps getting hurt, dog. He's got to hit them. He's got to hit some ankles or something. He got to hit some new ankles.
Seth Rollins gets hurt.
Facts. Seth Rollins got to go get them stem cells. I don't know why everybody's not tapping in with Rey Mysterio and being like, Ray, where's your stem cell guy? I need to go get hooked up here because that's what I'd be doing right now.
AEW World Trios Championship match. Okada, next fan, Kyle Fletcher, and Mark Davis. Hey, shout out to the Aussie boys getting back together.
That's the Mystico
versus Mystico and Jet Speed.
Yeah,
I want to see that match.
Jet Speed ditch Hangman because Hangman has another title match. That's cool. Jet Speed being versatile boys.
Yeah, I think Jet Speed drops the titles here.
Yeah,
Lena Cross has 2 matches.
She goes against the tag match or something, right?
AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship match: the Babes of Wrath versus Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. So Willow, I was wondering why this match wasn't on the main card, and this makes sense because Willow and Lena have a tag team championship match later in the thing. Okay,
double duty.
I can get jiggy with it. Not a margarita.
Fortunately, the margarita match, at least for me.
Also, think Willow dropped the titles there.
You just say woman, don't you?
No, it's just I'm not.
Mega Bane's she's an absolute unit, bro.
She's amazing to watch. But I can see her on Collision.
I'm just messing with Tino. No,
wow, this might be the most women's matches on an AEW card I've seen.
I'm looking at it. I'm thinking the same thing. I promise you. We have the AEW Women's Championship match. Thekla versus Chris Statlander.
That's gonna be fantastic.
I would see that. Yeah,
it's gonna be a great match.
I think I see.
Chris ain't looking too shabby recently.
What do you mean? Chris is the best women's wrestler they have in our roster.
Thekla really grew on me these last couple of weeks. Like at first, I wasn't. She's even like before because she just won the title. But even before she won the title, I'm like, she's actually pretty good in the ring. So she definitely grew on. Yeah, it was. I was just kind of she's just there, but no, she's solid.
That should be a good match. AEW Continental Championship match, no time limit. John Moxley versus Nosuke Takeshita.
I want to see that.
I'm such a non-believer in John Moxley.
That's an hour right there. I'm telling you right now that match is gonna be an
100%.
I'm such a non-believer in Mox.
If you're watching this on the East Coast, you're going to bed at 2 a.m.
Thank
you. I might have to take a nap. I might have to take a nap and let you guys call me to let me know when the match is over.
Jeez.
I will not be live streaming that show. I will be watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true. AEW. Oh my fucking god, are we doing this again? AEW World Tag Team Championship match: FTR versus the Young Bucks. Wow, how original, guys! We're really inventing the wheel over here.
I mean,
talk about.
It's
I'm not even talking about it. If you're new to the show, it's not that I dislike FTR or the Young Bucks. I think Stokely is the greatest manager of all time, and I think the Young Bucks, the moderately aged Bucks, because they're in their 40s, I think they're a great tag team. I just have no desire to watch this match for the umpteenth time.
It's a best of 10 series. Someone's up 5-4.
Midlife crisis, the midlife crisis Bucks and the FTR boys. I have checked out of the building. We've seen it so many fucking times.
I remember the second time. I remember for All In, it was like, this is the third time ever we've seen FTR versus the Young Bucks, and they show.
I will say it's super repetitive, like obviously, but at least they put on a show. Obviously, them fighting so many times, they have great chemistry. So
No, bro, no. You know what they do? Because
at least we have
what they do? They start jacking each other's finishers in the beginning of the match, bro. It's nuts.
A lot of super kicks.
Not even super kicks. They actually get into like double V triggers and like the Dave Meltzer drivers.
I tell you what though, at least like for me, I do enjoy watching Young Buck matches a little bit more than FTR. Like them going against other teams. Like to me, the Young Bucks haven't missed a step like at all. Not saying FTR did, but I just like Young Bucks moveset a little more. So we'll see what we get with that one.
FTR is a very technical tag team wrestling. You know what I mean?
And I love I'm a fan of technical wrestling, but with the tag, just give me the high five.
I don't like it, but you know who I do fuck with from FTR? Stokes. Stokes is the absolute goat. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
He has no host.
Bro, if I would pay money to go meet Stokely and just Stokely, I promise you I would. I think that man is great. Let's see what the moment is. Maybe Adam Copeland comes back during the FTR match. Who? Christian Cage? Oh God!
What happened to Christian Cage? Maybe he comes back.
Who knows? Where the hell is filming season 3 of God knows what. Okay, and our main event, AEW World Championship Texas Deathmatch. Jesus Christ! Hangman has like a negative record in these matches too. It's crazy.
It does.
That's
That's why it's a big match. Stipulation is
MJF
big.
versus Hangman. If Hangman Adam Page loses, he cannot wrestle for the world title again.
That's the match right there. That's the big match.
Or as long as MJF is champion again.
It's wrestling. It's wrestling, so I'm sure they'll figure something out.
Oh, so he can never challenge for the world title ever again.
Yep.
Why would they put themselves
I tell you what though, like yesterday during Dynamite, AEW did I think a great job of showing like the video package of them all the way from like the inception of AEW. That alone sold me. The press conference to end it, I thought was different. And like obviously stuff like that, the crowd is going to start to boo. So like them getting into,
and we lost them. Have a great
night,
buddy.
We're back.
We love you. We miss you. We had a great show. We had a great show, buddy. Yeah. I don't know why I need to be sold on it. I think Hangman and MJF is enough to sell me on the main event of the match. I don't know 100%. Why they put themselves in a corner with Hangman not being able to challenge for the world title ever again. You know what I mean?
All right.
You're
Technical
back, buddy.
difficulties.
Who called you? Who shot you?
That was our friend Brandon. Anyways, so just to finish my thought, I thought it was different, showing like the sports athletic feel of it. Them fighting into the crowd, I thought was different. It was good, at least for the crowd. So I'm looking forward to this match. Obviously, it being the main event, it's the match, it's the headliner. But I just thought they did a great job, especially yesterday with showing like that video package. At least for me on this heavy stat card, the MJF match and the Swerve match are like the ones I want to keep my eyes on the most. And anything Kyle Fletcher, even if it's like a tag team or trios match. Just real quick before you continue, even yesterday, like Kyle Fletcher against Speedball was a great match. Super technical, was really dope. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that MJF Swerve. The MJF Hangman match. So no margarita for me.
Jesus Christ. All right, guys, and that is our show for today. Listen, we had a great time hanging out with you guys. Mike is about to kill me because we've been recording for close to 2 hours. Marcus is sitting in second win, and Tyner's gonna go out and go meet some women.
Not at this hour.
No. Favorite analyst. Where can they find you?
Were you talking to me? I couldn't hear anything because of music.
Oh.
If it's me, catch me on King of Groove on Twitter. Good being here again, talking some wrestling with the fellas. Until next week, y'all.
All right, Mikey Margarita, where can the people find you?
You know where to find me, ladies and gentlemen, at MOWM podcast_podcast. You can find me here Thursday nights. I stay here now.
He lives here.
That is a fact. He stays here on four sides.
We got 3 locks on the door. He got none of them.
I get 3 cots and three hots and a cot. What can I ask?
Hey, look, Mike. I'm gonna say it like this. We're gonna make you better, just like Sammy, just like the Bloodline made Sammy better.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know what's mad funny? We're all Puerto Ricans with the the Puerto Rican bloodline, baby.
Yeah,
Sami Zayn of your Puerto Rican bloodline. I'll take it. Mikey Zayn.
You're gonna go see a WrestleMania main event. It's gonna be the last thing we do, brother. Marcus, where can the people find you?
You already know what it is. You can follow me at the founder MH. And that's really about it.
And you can find me absolutely nowhere. I don't want you guys finding me. I don't want you guys following me. I don't exist. I'm just a guy who hangs out with you guys on Thursdays. That's it.
Is a fact.
But you can find us at 4 Sides of the Ring. 4 Sides OTR. 4SIDESOTR on Twitter. 4 Sides of the Ring on TikTok. 4 Sides of the Ring on Instagram. 4 Sides of the Ring on Facebook. 4 Sides of the Ring on MySpace. 4 Sides of the Ring on AIM. 4 Sides of the Ring on MSN, Hotmail, Gmail.
We everywhere.
We everywhere, baby. We worldwide. We're going absolutely bananas. And this is the show we got. We're gonna see you Thursday, the Thursday after, and the Thursday after that. And you're gonna